technical difficulties. No, we won't be taking phone calls, but if you have a question, just put the word question in there, and we'll be happy to answer y'all motherfuckers. All right, so let me go ahead and read the very first email. Let's get into this motherfucker. Okay, very first question. It's kind of long. Okay. I'm a 25-year-old guy. In February, February like 5th, I met he met a 35-year-old single mother with 2 young boys. She had just broken up with her father of 2 months previous before meeting me. She says she just doesn't love him anymore. He still is begging her back to get back to him and threatened suicide. She does the odd family activities with him to make him feel better. I started off with a casual friends with benefits and started to going in doing more activity with her based on the dates, romantic cinemas, restaurants, and all that other stuff. We agreed to try to start slowly into a relationship. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm just reading this shit. We said we'll get to a relationship. And then all of a sudden, something happened the last week where he caught them at eating lunch together and he assaulted the guy. We decided to break it off, and then we got back to talking and having sex again, usually once a week. She has kids. My love for this girl has gone through the roof the last few months. However, she does not want a relationship, and she says she's not in love with me, but she has love for me. Despite the fact that when she is with me, she seems like she is in love with me. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have strong feelings for her, basically. Let me almost done. She's even shared fantasies about the future together with me. We are in an impasse where I love her and want to commit, but she wants to be friends with benefits. Can you shed some light on why she's acting this way, and yet she doesn't love me and want a relationship? What should I do to move forward, Mr. Lucario? Oh,
this is funny. Okay, the thing that guys got to understand is this: he's trying to force some shit that isn't there. You understand? Like, look, the girl, she's feeling you, but she just wants to like hook up and enjoy herself in these moments you have together. But he's on some, I'm in love. I love this girl. I want to be with her. I want her to be my boo and all this other shit. And, you know, I did a video a while ago where I talked about how men should not be falling in love. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let the girl do all the falling in love type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? You just basically stay focused on what you're trying to do in your life and deal with chicks as they come. And then what's going to happen is that chick will end up, you know, usually falling in love with you and wanting to make other things happen. Like, she should be the one pushing for the relationship. She should be the one saying, oh, you know, I want more and I want this and I want that. And I'm like, bruh, right now, just do your thing. Just hook up with her, have fun, and then keep it pushing. Talk to other women, do all that other stuff. What happens is that most of the times, usually what's going to happen is she'll end up coming around to the point where she may want something more if that's the case. See, the funny part about this is that he's turning this into an issue, right? But what happens is that this is the type of stuff that would happen automatically by him just being a man, being on his own shit, doing his own thing, being on his purpose, and making shit happen in his life. Then she'll come chasing him, talking about, hey, I want more than just fucking. But now she's just saying, hey, I just want to fuck. And he's the one saying, hey, I want more. It's like a whole role reversal type shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I would say to him, just chill the fuck out, have fun, keep having sex with her. You understand what I'm saying? And then just keep doing that. You understand? Because what's going to happen now is that if he keeps pushing for that relationship, she's going to end up stop fucking with him and find a new dude to just, you know, smash and keep it moving. You understand what I'm saying? And then he's not going to be dealing with her at all. But what's interesting I find with this is that you have guys like this who, you know, he has actually a good situation. He doesn't even realize it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he has a situation where he has this chick there willing to just smash, not make it a big issue. He just needs to have fun with it and keep it moving. But Steve, what's your thoughts on that, man?
Well, I you said about the fall in love. I think a lot of guys don't understand what it means to don't fall in love with a woman. Fall into respect. I don't like you said. Love is something that these women are going through because that's an emotional thing. As a man, I want to fall into respect with a woman. I don't want to fucking fall in love. There's a lot of problems here. First thing we always tell you guys is this: is that I have no problem, Mr. Cario, someone fucking a single mother. You know what I mean? But if she's got 2 kids, man, oh my God, man, man, look. What these guys understand is that he's 25, she's 35, okay? And a lot of guys don't know, Mr. Cario, a lot of these older women know how to run the game. They know how to make their pussy lips grab the dick, with the muscle. They know tricks of the trade.
Right.
It seems like she has whammied this guy into falling in love with her, where the 35-year-old just, hey, I just want to fuck. I just want a young stud to beat my back out. But the problem with this guy, like a lot of guys out there, is that you can always tell someone who doesn't get pussy because they fall in love with the very first thing they get. They get a woman, Miss Lucario, and then they like, I'm all in love with her. The bitch is like, let's just fuck. Okay, cool. But then he's the one that has to hold her and snuggle up on her, and he's acting more like the woman than the man. She doesn't want the relationship. I don't even think she sees him as father material in the first place. But the problem is that he's all caught up in it. He is following her lead like like she's pulling a chain on this motherfucker. So I think I think he is in love, which is a problem. But the problem is she doesn't respect him. She just wants to fuck him. What you got on that, brother?
Right. Now that's what I'm saying. Like it's funny. A lot of guys, it's hard for them to understand that sometimes women just want your dick. You understand? Because unfortunately, a lot of dudes have been in situations where they're dealing with women who sort of pretend that they want a long-term relationship, or they want to get to know you more, and they'll string you along. So in your mind, you're thinking that women don't just want to have sex. Women actually want more than sex and this and this and that. So when they meet a woman who's just like, yo, I just want you to fuck me and that's it, they're like, what's going on? They're like, they can't even understand it or imagine it. So what I'm saying to these guys is, listen, when you get in a situation like that, just go with the shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why? Because see, again, like you said, and I agree with you 100%. Where you said you could tell that this guy doesn't get any pussy because as soon as they find that one girl that wants to like even deal with them at all, they're like, oh my God, she's the one. I want her. I love her. I this, I that, and they start acting needy and clingy because they're like, oh my goodness, I'm getting sex from this woman and she's amazing and I love her. And it's like, bro, you're just so caught up in the fact that you're getting sex and you're thinking that you're in love because of your lack of sex. So your mind is clouded by the sex, thinking that this is something special. You understand? Nah, this is just another chick who's fucking you. You understand? And she knows that. You're the only one who don't know that, right? She's looking at you like you're crazy. Like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? Like, we supposed to be here hooking up and having fun, and this dude talking about all this extra shit. And then what's going to happen, like I said earlier, is that she's going to probably get tired of the bullshit, and then she's going to end up moving on, and he's going to fuck up his whole situation of getting, some sex popping with this girl because he want to be on some extra shit. So again, I'll say to him, listen, just enjoy the sex and let the chips fall where they may later on. You know what I mean? So
all right, well, real quick, let me read an email thing before you go to yours. Right. Be more Dre said, question: is it cool to allow a bitch to come back after she left
you? Well, it depends on what happened though.
Well, yeah. And if I know it's B more who I think it is, B more, I think this is a situation where she was being disrespectful and shit to you and shit like that. I hope this ain't the B more that I think it is, where your girl was all disrespectful to you and shit. I hope this ain't the same B more. But Lakari, what you gotta say? Because if that's you, B more Dre, right, I'm gonna get your ass over that cake ass shit you asking. But go ahead, Lucario.
Right.
Go ahead.
Because what I'm saying is, it depends on what happened. Because let's say a chick left you, and she was being disrespectful by like cursing you out. Maybe you found out she was cheating. and then she was like, fuck you, I'm out of here, whatever. Like if she was on some disrespectful shit and then she tried to come back to you, it's like, nah, get out of here with that bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? But let's say, for example, y'all were just, it seemed like y'all were having a little bit of issues, and then y'all sort of, she was just like, hey, I think I just kind of want to move on to other things. And then she leaves, right? And then let's say 6 months later, she comes back around, you know what I'm saying? And that situation is cool because you didn't leave on like bad terms. You understand what I'm saying? Because like, there's times where I was dealing with chicks, and, this one chick I was dealing with, she was, and everything was cool. She was just like, hey, I kind of feel like I want to do other things and I'm trying to do other stuff. So I said, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your thing. And then, I think it was like 4 or 5 months later, she came back and she was like, hey, I miss you and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, cool. We can fuck around again. You understand what I'm saying? But the only reason I took her back was because we was already on some cool shit. It wasn't anything crazy. But if it's a situation where a girl's was being highly disrespectful, it was a whole bunch of bullshit. Nah, you just keep that shit pushing. You understand what I'm saying? You keep that moving, because you can't really even take a girl back who disrespected you that bad, because by you taking her back, she will never respect you anyway. So it's never gonna work out anyway, because she's gonna look at you like, how the fuck did this dude take me back after I fucking was so disrespectful? He must not have respect for himself. Therefore, I'm not gonna respect him anyway. So it's gonna be a wrap anyway. So you know what I mean? But Steve, what you think about that, man?
All right, I think okay. We had a guy that called in from Baltimore who was, I think he was working. His girl was tripping and all that other shit. And if this is you, Be More Dre, I got to, this is Tough Tuesday and shit. and I'm saying this with nothing but love for you, dog. That's got to be some of the weakest bitch ass shit that you can fucking ask. You motherfuckers out here got to understand something. It is this simple. If the bitch is treating you wrong, fuck that bitch. You can't come back. You can suck my dick and keep your ass rolling, but there is no coming back. This is why they treat y'all like bitches. This is why they disrespect you, because you motherfuckers are a bunch of weak, sorry ass motherfuckers that you can't get pussy. So you're gonna take the bitch in that's disrespecting you and treating you bad? The motherfucker that don't know her fucking role at the fucking table, and yet you want to take her back in? The fuck is that about? Well, after, and hey, key word, after she left your fucking ass. She left your ass, which means you wasn't a fucking man in the first place.
Right.
And if she comes back, she's gonna be in your house fucking the Lucario of the world. That's what she's gonna be doing. She's gonna be telling you what the fuck you should be doing and running your motherfucking life. You guys need to learn how to be fucking men. This is a goddamn shame. Shame on you motherfuckers, man. Who would even ask a question like this? The bitch left you. That means in her eyes, you wasn't shit. But now she fucked her pussy off and sucked other dicks, and she's coming crawling back, and you even ask the question to bring her back? That's why you motherfuckers lose, because you motherfuckers don't have any standards. You don't have any backbone. You ain't got no fucking balls to tell these bitches to kick fucking rocks. God damn, the car, that should be making me mad, dog, man. Fuck, man. I can't stand weakness, man. Hate that shit, dog. Yeah, you got it though, man. Shit.
That's crazy.
Fuck.
All right, so damn, I'm fucking catching a cold and shit. Anyway, so this one says, I see you sometimes say in your videos that you should be direct with a woman and tell her what you want. Sometimes I want sex, but I'm nervous to just to say that. So when I have conversations with women, I tend to do a lot of small talk. I never get to the point of letting her know what I want. How do I even do this without offending her? I don't want to get a drink thrown in my face or get slapped.
Oh my God, man. All right. There's two things about I always talk about being direct. There's a beautiful thing about that. There's two things I want to say about this. First thing I always tell you guys is the last thing I want to do is waste my fucking time. I don't want to know about her day. I don't want to know where she went to school. I don't know what she's looking for in a boyfriend. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. Number one. But number two, this is y'all's problem. Again, this is the same kind of guy, Lucario, that is so busy trying to fuck the bitch. This is why y'all lose, because y'all trying to do something that motherfuckers like myself and Lucario don't do. We don't go in to fuck the bitch because the pussy's already ours. We don't go in and pander, and we don't have to tell a bitch we ready to fuck. Now listen, and I will say this. See, if you're on the level of I would say an Allen Roger Curry, you can go up to any bitch you want to and say what you want to say, because Allen, like Lucario, like myself, like Rosebud, we don't put these bitches before ourselves. And because most of you guys pander after these women, everything that comes out of your fucking mouth is thirsty. What you guys don't understand is you don't really have to talk about sex to a bitch when you can talk her out her panties. You think when James Bond walks up to a bitch and he says, hello, my name is Bond, James Bond, he's already fucking with her. The sex game has already started. Have you ever seen James Bond walk up to a bitch like, yeah, baby, I want to fuck you? No, but I'm not saying you can't. What I'm saying is, for guys like this, Lucario, don't mention sex to a woman, because she can smell the fear, she can smell the thirst, she can smell the weakness, and she can smell a motherfucker who doesn't know what he's doing. Now, if you're Mr. Lucarios of the world, Allen Roger Curry's of the world, Rosebuds of the world, you can say and do whatever the fuck you want to do, because you stand on something that most guys don't. Well, the guys like Lucario, these guys stand on their principles. These guys stand on their motives, their narratives, and all their laws, rules, and codes, and they never put a fucking woman before themselves. That's why they can do it. But for this guy, Lucario, I tell that motherfucker, don't do it. She knows you're thirsty. She knows you're weak. You don't know what you're doing. You never know what you do if you got the pussy in the first place. I'm sorry, Carl. What you got on that?
Well, you know, it was interesting. The last line of the email is what stuck out to me, where he said, I don't want to get a drink thrown in my face or get slapped, right? And
yes.
So stuff like that, this is kind of what makes it hard for a lot of guys when it comes to this, when it comes to being direct with a woman, even just, you know, talking about sex, doing all that other stuff, you know, to try to get it, is that, and this is kind of, I think, what you was saying, Steve, was that you have to have already a certain mindset and mind frame when you are dealing with these women. And so if your mindset is thinking that, oh, I don't want to get slapped, I don't want to get a drink thrown in my face, what you think is, you think there's something wrong with either being a sexual guy, you think there's something wrong with letting a girl know your interests, because you think that either women don't like sex as much as us, or you're going to offend the women, because he even said, hey, I don't want to offend her. So whenever you have all of those thoughts, it's harder for you to make this happen, because you're interacting with the woman with those thoughts. You understand? So you can't, it's almost like this. You can't have two conflicting thoughts and then expect those things to flow naturally. So for example, if you want to become rich, right? You can't think that money is the root of all evil. You understand? You can't think that rich people are scam artists. If you think that, you'll never become rich, because you have that conflicting thought in your head, because you don't want to be a scam artist, and you don't want to deal with the roots of all evil. You understand? So what happens is that you have to change your mindset in order to be able to attract the money. The same thing happens with this situation when it comes to sex and dealing with women, is that if you have the idea or the thought that there's something wrong with, you know, building sexual tension with a woman, you know, interacting with her in that way, right? It's going to be hard for you to get it, because she can sense and feel that you're not comfortable even talking about it or doing that or making that a situation that's going to happen. So what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of blowback and a lot of resistance from women, because when you do that, you're basically communicating on a subconscious level that there's something wrong with what we're doing right now, what we're saying, and what we're trying to make happen. So then she's going to feel weird dealing with you in that context because she doesn't feel comfortable around a guy who's making it seem weird to make this situation happen. So a lot of times, this is why we try to teach you guys, hey, listen, you know, you got to be comfortable when you're communicating with women. You have to have that confidence already within you. You have to understand your value. You have to become that man. This is why we talk about manhood, because when you're in your masculine, the feminine is automatically going to gravitate to you. This is why Steve says, yo, the pussy is already yours. It's going to already be yours when you are in that masculine. You understand what I'm saying? And so women are going to respond to that automatically because, see, this is another key. The reason why, you know, guys who are good at being direct and even necessarily saying or talking about sex directly is because, first, those guys are already in their masculine. They're confident. They have that energy. But two, guys like this know how to read women. You understand? So we can tell when we're talking to a woman, damn, this, okay, I can see already she's into me. I can see that she's feeling me to that point. So even if I mention sex or make it even more sexual, I already know just off her body language, the shit she's talking about, all those other things, that she's going to be responsive to what I'm saying anyway. See, a lot of you guys are going in blind. You don't know, you don't read social cues. You don't know how to read the room. You don't know how to see what's going on. And then you don't realize that the girl you're talking to is not really being responsive to you. And then you still keep going and keep trying to say shit. And then that ruins the situation. And then you go further into this spiral of thinking like, damn, I guess I shouldn't say this. Or I shouldn't be this way. But it's not really that. It's because you haven't created a situation to where you first were comfortable talking and dealing with that girl in that way. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what, Lakari, a lot of guys, I always tell guys, y'all need to watch Eddie Murphy movie called Boomerang, because I know a lot of guys think that shit doesn't really happen, but that's how it is with men like us. Eddie Murphy's character, he got a lot of women, but the reason why he got women, because women couldn't smell thirst on him. He never made it about the sex. He made it about himself. He was arrogant. He was cocky. He was conceited. He was confident in everything that he could possibly do. And that is a problem with a lot of you guys. Women want guys that are wanted by women, number one, but they want men that don't make it about the pussy and make it about themselves, man. You guys out there, listen, these women know that you want a fuck. They know Kari wants to fuck. I want to fuck. All you guys, they know when we talk to them, they want to fuck. But then there's a crossroad. There's two pathways. Is it, what is he going to do to get this pussy? Or what am I going to do to get on his roster? That's what y'all don't understand. There are two pathways to this. You guys are busy taking these motherfuckers out to dinner. You're cupcaking them, whining them, you're dining them. You're running behind them. You're kissing their asses. You're compromising. You're doing all this shit for something that you don't have to do. When you make it more about yourself, because listen, women know this thing that y'all don't understand, guys. A man that gets pussy never makes it about the pussy. He makes it about his time. He makes it about, are you going to waste it or what are you doing for it? We are not sitting here trying to say, look, you know what? Please come over and fuck me. Please, I'll buy you a dinner. No, we don't say that shit. We simply say this. Look, either you on the Lucario bus or you're not. And if you're not, step aside, next one up. That's it. What's your take on that, Lucario?
Nah, real talk, man. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just the way that you come at the situation, you know what I mean, and in your mind frame, man, because a lot of this, man, you know, when you get good at interacting with women and learning this game and learning how you know, these interactions go, you start to see more things clearly. You start to see things in a different light, and then you start to notice things that you didn't notice before, which only help you in the long run when it comes to these situations. You see what I'm saying? And so this is why we tell you guys, look, you got to study up on this stuff we're talking about. You understand? You got to put yourself out there in the field and go talk to different women and interact with different women so that you'll get that well-rounded experience.
Yes.
So that when it comes to situations like this, you'll already know how to read the chicks. You already know, okay, this girl I'm talking to right here is going to be a time waster. This girl I'm talking to right here, she's cooperating heavy. So I'm going to just keep it, going with her. And that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And real quick, I want to say this. And the thing that you're going to understand about direct, yeah, you can be direct when you put yourself first. But here's the thing that y'all don't understand. When you're talking to a woman, you don't. The problem is why I always say, Lucario, if she doesn't ask you within the first 3 sentences, are you that kind of guy? Oh, you're a ladies' man. Oh, I know you good with the women. If she doesn't give you a compliment like that, you got work to do. Because these women notice that, because again, the way we talk to women is not like the way y'all talk to women. We don't talk. Listen, I don't ask. Lucario, one thing they always do is I call that throw shit up on the wall. They talk about shit that has nothing to do with their end game. Now, my end game is not fucking. That's what y'all don't understand. My end game is not fucking, because I know if I get her on text message, if I get her on the phone, it doesn't matter. It could be I'll put a note on a dove. She's going to submit the pussy to me before I even smash the shit. So I already know I got it, right? So I don't need to go after it. My thing is this. All right, now I know I can get the pussy. What is she bringing to my kingdom? What is she doing for me? What can she bring to me that all the other women that outdo all the other women? What can she do for my time, my attention, my presence? And the key word here, Lucario, me, my. That's the thing that separates us.
Right.
I don't look, dog. Y'all fucking the game up. Y'all are so scared and so thirsty that these women know every move you make before you make it. But before I go in, we got another email question, a question in the chat room. Again, guys, just put question in there and we will answer it after we read one. Now, Apollo James says, Steve, Mr. Lucario, what is an example from both your styles of something smooth you can say to a girl just before you kiss her for the first time, sir?
Something smooth you can say to a girl just before you kiss her?
Yeah, kiss for the first time, man. Yeah.
You guys be watching too much damn romantic comedy. It's not. Look, it ain't nothing about saying anything smooth before you kiss a chick. First of all, sometimes when you kiss a girl, because I did a video a while ago about this, but you can kiss a girl by just feeling the moment when you're interacting with her. Let's say y'all talking or whatever, just y'all flirting. You understand? So it's not necessarily anything specific. You say smooth, but if you're at a bar, you're talking to a girl, y'all end up flirting and y'all real close. You understand what I'm saying? And you just pull her in and start kissing her. You understand? Yeah. Or what you could do? I remember my friend used to do this a lot, where he'd be talking to a girl, and then in like mid-sentence, he'll just basically tell her, he'd be like, yo, close your eyes, I'm about to kiss you. And then they actually close their eyes and he pulls them in and start kissing. You understand? But it's really feeling the moment. This is what I was saying earlier before with the last email with the guy. We was talking about how it's really just about reading the girl. If you read the girl correctly, she'll let you know she wants to be kissed, either verbatim or just by her body language and how she's interacting with you. Right. So it's not necessarily anything smooth you have to say. It's just more so your whole interaction should be you reading the woman to see if she's going to be the kissing. You feel what I'm saying? But Steve, what's your thoughts?
Well, I'll give him 3. All right. Like, for instance, I'll give you one. Like, if I'm at the door with the woman, I'm going to ask for a hug. And as I'm hugging her, I'll walk in with her and close the door behind me. I'll put her up against the door. I'll go in for the kiss. Yeah. Like Colin said, or Mike said, if you want to, you just tell her to come here. You just pull her in and kiss her. Right. And then the other one is if we're eating ice cream or something like that, and she wants me to taste her ice cream or something like that, instead of tasting her ice cream, I'm gonna let her eat the ice cream. Then I'll lean in and say, okay, I want to taste the ice cream on you, and lean in for the kiss. There are so many ways that you can do that, but again, like we said, Lucario, you gotta be able to read the signals. You know when she wants to kiss you. You just can't you can't miss it, because when she's staring through you because she's watching your every move and every word, or she's rubbing your hand or anything like that, that's when the game changes, man. But what's your take on that real quick? Let me grab the door, but Tell me what your take is.
Yeah, man. The thing is this, in general, guys, right? When it comes to being any type of sexual with a woman, right? It's really all about you feeling out the situation. Because a lot of this is really just the feeling and the energy that you're gonna get from the girl. And the more that you interact with women, the more that you're going to be able to like understand when a girl actually wants to make shit happen. It's a lot of it is feeling. It's that intuition. It's that, and this is something that you need to experience. This is why we tell you guys, go out there and interact with women, because it's something you have to experience to feel, so you'll understand what we're talking about at this point. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. All right. Let me read this email right here. So he says, I'm pretty bad at meeting women. He says, I make it a point to talk to women to see how good I'm doing. And wherever I'm going, I always talk to them. And it gives me an excuse to ask. He says, going on this route gives me an excuse to ask where a street address is. And so I guess that's his line that he's using. Where's the street address? I guess, I don't know. There was this woman that I stopped to ask directions from, and she gave me some directions and then started walking away while I was still talking. How can I make things more interesting and transition into more of a personal conversation? Jesus Christ.
So he said he would ask women directions just to.
Yeah. His thing is he's every time he's going out and he sees a woman, he asks them for directions to kind of, I guess, what they call breaking the ice by asking the bitch directions. But what happened was when he got the directions and she got done telling him, this is where it's at, while he started talking, she just walked the fuck off.
Right.
So he was like, well, his thing is, how can I make things more interesting and transition into a more personal conversation? Jesus Christ.
Right. Well, the thing is with that situation, he just needs to be a little bit more direct about what he's trying to do when he approaches the women, because what he's doing is more of an indirect thing, which could work in certain situations if he knows how to finesse it. So he could ask for directions and then move straight into sort of like talking to her a little bit. But again, like he said, he'll ask for directions. She'll be like, oh yes, over there, and she keep walking, because she's probably thinking, yeah, you're just asking for directions, and or she's not really feeling that energy or interested in him in that way anyway, which is why she just walks off really quickly. So what I would say for him is better. I would say it's better for him to be a little bit more direct about the shit. So if he sees a woman, just walk up to her and be like, hey miss, how you doing? My name is so-and-so. Look, I saw you from across the street. I thought you were really attractive. I came over here. What's good? Like, I want to, let's make something happen sometime or whatever. Here's, take my number, hit me up. You understand? Like, so the thing is, when you're a little bit more direct in these situations, you understand what happens is that you're starting off with her knowing that this is what's going on. You understand? Because if you just ask her for directions, it's easy for her to just give you that and then just walk off. You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is that if you're more direct with it, right, she understands that that's the premise of the situation and the conversation, so that she can respond to that versus her responding to giving you directions. You see what I mean? And so I think he just needs to be a little bit more bold and direct so he can make that happen. But Steve, what's your
Lucario, every goddamn day in a woman's life, damn near every day when she goes out, she hears it all. She hears the pickup lines. She smells the fear. She gets so many indirect messages from guys that she is not used to, guys being straight up and direct. Like you said, the difference between his problem is that guys, let me just say this to you real quick to sum this shit up. And I said this a few times before. Whenever you guys are walking in the mall, you ever notice when you're walking in the mall and they got those little stores in the middle of the mall? And as you're walking, the people in those little stores start asking, hey, how's your day going? Hey, how you doing today? How you doing? And you're like, man, you don't even give a fuck about my day. You trying to sell me something, man. Fuck
right.
It's the same fucking thing when you guys ask these women these silly, stupid fucking questions. Because in this day and age, why would you ask a woman for directions when you got a fucking phone that you can hit a button and pull up a GPS? Come on, man. Do y'all think these bitches are dumb? She's like, God damn it. This motherfucker's got a phone. You've got technology in your hand right now that you can hit a button and get directions off your fucking phone. So why the fuck would you ask a woman that dumbass question, Lakar? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That got to be the stupidest shit. And why did she walk away? Because she realized there was nothing special about you. You're so busy trying to get personal with a woman that you don't even fucking know yet. Why? Why can't you do what Lucario said? Just walk up to these fucking women. Introduce yourself. Like Lucario said, tell the bitch why you came over there.
Mm-hmm.
Tell her what your intentions are. Give her your fucking number and fly the fuck off. Why? Because it is direct and it is to the point. And it is something most women don't get nowadays. It is very rare for a woman to meet a guy that is direct. Most of you guys are trying to cheat the game by being indirect. Well, I'm lost. Hey, how do I get to this place? Really? Really? The bitch is going to look down and see if you got this thing called a telephone in your hand. And the first thing she's going to be thinking is, wait a second. Is this motherfucker dumb? Because any smart motherfucker knows there are apps on your phone that you can download from Samsung to fucking iPhones or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you? He's scary. He doesn't know what he wants in a woman. He's trying to backdoor his way in. Fuck, he's a waste of time. Gone. That's what happens, guys. In and out. We got a few questions from the thing, but Carl, you got something to say real quick?
No, I think you said everything on that, man. But yeah, we get to the questions in the chat.
All right, we got a few questions here. Steve, Mr. Lucario, what would y'all do to get a woman's attention even when she's not interested in dating or having a relationship, Lucario?
Well, that's an interesting question. The thing is, because saying she's not interested in dating, how is she interested in fucking you though? You know what I'm saying? that's what I'm wondering. So, I don't care if she's not interested because that's the thing. You approach a chick and she's like, oh, I'm not interested in dating or having a relationship. Are you interested in fucking? But really what it is this is truthfully what it is. If a chick is telling you she's not interested in dating and having a relationship, basically she's saying she's not interested in you. Period. You understand what I'm saying? That's why she's saying that. You see what I mean? Because if she's interested in you, she doesn't, even if she wasn't actually interested, and it's the thing, this is the stupid part. Women are always interested in dating or having a relationship. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, if she says she's not interested in dating and having a relationship, she's not interested in you. That's what you guys got to really understand. Because chicks, what they like to do is they like to say, "Oh, I'm taking a break from men right now. I'm just trying to do me. I'm focused." It's all bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? If they find a guy they like, they'll be interested in doing whatever and making shit happen. So if you're talking to a chick and she's not interested in dating or relationships, that all is code is for is that she's not necessarily interested in you. You understand? Steve, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, my whole thing is this, and I always tell you guys, make it just simplify it, man. Look, if she's not interested in a date or relationship, that's cool. Look, here's my card. When you want to have fun, call me. When you want to have a good time, call me. When you want to get away from it all, call me. It goes back to what I'm saying, Lucario. Me.
Mm-hmm.
You're being assertive and you're giving her direction. And if she calls, cool. If she doesn't, who gives a fuck? I don't care. As long as I put my bid in. I don't want the date or the relationship. I don't care. That's the problem. Let me read one more before we get to your question. He said, should we let them know about the me up front in those exact words when we're talking game to her, Mr. Lucario?
Well, this is the thing. You don't. It was funny. I was actually talking to a friend about this the other day. It's not because he was asking me. He was like, "How do you get these chicks to, like do the things you want and cooperate and all this other stuff?" It's not necessarily where you need to tell her, "Hey, everything is about me and blah, blah, blah. You understand? You just need to know that for yourself so that when you're dealing with women, right, you're seeing first if the chick automatically is being cooperative to you and doing the things you want to do and following your directions and all this other stuff. And two, what happens is that you see the girls who aren't like that and the girls who are on some other bullshit, and you just sort of kick them to the curb and charge them to the game. So it's not necessarily where you need to make this grand announcement that it's, it's about me, girl, and blah, 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 blah. It's more so in your mind, you know that, and you orchestrate and conduct and you basically create your relationships in that way. So you'll tell a girl, hey, listen, I'm gonna need you to, do this and that, right? And then you see if she's gonna do this or that, right? And if she doesn't do this or that, you charge it to the game. And then you say to the other girl, look, I'm gonna need you to do this and that. When she's doing this and that, you say, okay, this is the girl I'm gonna keep fucking with because she's doing what I need her to do. So I don't necessarily need to tell them, you understand what I'm saying? They need to basically cooperate and sort of like act what I'm trying to do at the end of the day. You see what I mean? But Steve, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
I always tell you guys this. You don't listen. What y'all don't understand is you don't have to hold a billboard sign and you don't have to tell a chick it's my way or the highway. There are what I keep trying to tell you. It's your behaviors. If your behaviors line up with the way you think and how you speak, they will realize that you are a me person. I keep telling you guys, there are certain things that use the behaviors. A man that communicates with transparency, a man that sends clear, concise messages, a man that is impactful, a man that takes risk, a man that is focused on results, a man that goes above and beyond the call of duty to do things, a man that doesn't pretend or play, a man that believes in himself, a man who doesn't try to fit in or seek a woman's fucking approval. A motherfucker that thinks for himself and a goddamn person that's brutally honest. I can go on and on. But those things right there automatically show the woman that you are in the 1% of guys out there. And they know the 1% of guys out there are about themselves. That's why they win with women, because they don't make it about women like society, mom, radio, TV, and even sometimes your cake ass dad sleeping on the couch makes it about women. Do for her, make it about her. But I'm telling you guys, when you start making it about you, what is going to happen is she is going to notice the patterns, not based off of the shit you try to portray. It all is in your head. It's your mindset. Your mindset controls your behaviors. So you don't have to hold up a sign saying, it's all about me. It's all about me. No, she's going to realize from Jump Street, either you ride with me or you get the fuck off. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. Because at the end of the fucking day, you're going after my last motherfucking name and you're going after my goddamn ring. So what the fuck are you going to do? Are you going to climb the top of Mount Kilimanjaro, slay the Minotaur, and bring me his head to get my attention? And when you think that way, that's when women start to say, oh shit, you're an asshole. You're misogynistic. You're all about yourself. You're selfish. You're conceited. You're narcissistic. When she says that shit to you, that means she knows that it's all about you. But real quickly, Carl, when she says that you're sweet, you're kind, you're a nice guy, you're understanding, oh, you're great at this, you're warm and all, motherfucker, just jump off the side of the goddamn bridge because she ain't trying to, because she don't want to have nothing to do with you. Lucario, what you got on that, fam?
Nah, real talk, man. Real talk. You know, it's it's funny because, you know, a lot of guys need to understand that, you know, when you're dealing with these women, right? Again, it's got to be about you at the end of the day. But also, you have to understand that you want to see how these women are reacting and responding to you, because that's going to show you if they understand that it's about you. You understand what I'm saying? That's really what it's about. You feel what I mean? They need to know. You see what I mean? And they need to realize, and they're going to realize through your leadership. They're going to realize through what you're doing and what you're saying. So they're going to be like, oh, okay, I see that. If I want to deal with this guy, this is what it is to deal with this guy. This is what it is to go along with his program. You see what I'm saying? And so that's really what it's about. So it's not necessarily where you have to explain it to her. It's more so it will be revealed to her as she's dealing with you. But you first have to be that dude. You have to be that man. You have to be that masculine guy to be able to have her recognize that the game is about you so that she can follow you. And that's the issue with a lot of guys, is that they make the game about the girl. And therefore, this is why they have so many problems. This is why the girls end up disrespecting them and doing a whole bunch of bullshit. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You know. All right, you up, Lucario.
Cool. So let me get this next question. All right, so this one says, Ms. Lucario, I have this problem that I think you can help me with. My sister's friend always flirts with me when she comes over our house. Me, my sister, and her friend go to the same college. When I see her in school, she ignores me. But when she's at my house, she will flirt with me like crazy. But when I make a move at the house, she pushes me away. And when I make a move at school, she ignores me and doesn't really even want to speak to me. What do you suggest I do to get this girl? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't give a fuck what that motherfucker just said, because he said some cake ass shit, Lucario. Look, your problem is you have a problem. That's what's wrong with you motherfuckers. You can always tell weakness in what people fucking say. Mm-hmm. He started off with, I got a problem. Right. That is not a problem, Mr. Lucario. That's a solution. See, to win in this game, guys, you got to be more solution-based, man. That ain't no fucking problem. Look, let me tell you something. If she is ignoring me in school, I don't give a fuck. And if she's trying to flirt with me in the house, I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? I ain't got nothing to lose. So you know what? Hey, why don't you come in my room and come suck my dick?
Right.
Hey, wait, what I got to lose? Hey, you seem like you want to keep shit under the wraps anyway. So, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't you come in my room and come in and suck my dick? That's it. There ain't no problem. The problem is you. The problem is you don't know how to control and tame a woman that is acting emotionally just a roller coaster of emotions, Lucario. You got to be able to control that. Last thing I want to say real quick is this. There is no such thing as a problem when it comes to women. A problem is a meteor the size of Jupiter heading towards Earth. That's a fucking problem. But a woman will never be a problem to a man because a man doesn't deal with her bullshit. Lucario?
Nah, real talk, man. And the thing is, he's being strung along by all this nonsense. I'm like, bro, if you just put your bid in, and then she's either gonna accept or reject it, and then you keep the shit pushing. Him talking about, she's flirting with me, and then she act like she don't know me, and then this is I'm like, look, first of all, she's playing those games because you're allowing her to play those games. You understand? You're indulging in that. So if you ain't about that, you let her know what you try to do once, and if she ain't down with it, you keep it moving. If she is, then you make something happen. Other than that, all she's using you for is attention at this point. She's playing around with you. It's like, see, women, a lot of times they're going to treat you like how a kid treats a toy sometimes, meaning like they're going to play those games, man. They're going to just use you just for entertainment at that moment. So the thing is, you're going to get used, and you're going to get that type of treatment if you allow her to do that. So you guys got to nip that shit in the bud. You understand what I'm saying? So if she's showing you that attention, you sort of call her on her shit, like it's on some put up or shut up type of shit. Like, okay, you in my house flirting with me. All right, cool. Let's, like you said, Steve, like come to my room and let's get this, suck this dick. Let's get it popping. But and if she's like, oh no, blah blah blah. All right, cool, and we done. Yeah, you ain't got to speak to me ever again. We good. You understand? And then you just keep that shit pushing. So that's really all it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let me get this quick question before I read my email. Do men understand how tired women are of the games and lines? Come like a gentleman. Be real. Don't have corny lines. We can tell your swag. Oh, this is I guess a woman saying we can tell your swag and your intentions by your look and your approach. Okay, real quick. Do men understand how tired women are of games and lines? The answer is no. They don't see. Nay. The thing is this. A lot of motherfuckers go on YouTube to try to find quick fixes, gimmicks, and tricks to try to do something that they can do on their own by being a fucking man. The thing is, we have men are very far and few, Nay, very far and few. There's no such, we're rare. Men are like fucking fossils and fucking Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster type things. The thing that you got to understand is a lot of these males don't know their potential. Like you said, you know what a man is going to be like with his swag and his look and his approach and all the other stuff. How can you have that when you're trying to cheat the game? And that's the problem, Nay. Lakari, what you got on that, brother?
Well, yeah, that's the thing is, you know, a lot of guys, they don't understand the game. They don't have enough experience dealing with women. And this is why they'll do goofy stuff like pickup lines and a whole bunch of cheesy stuff. The thing I disagree with her with is she says, come like a gentleman. You know, like that whole gentleman thing is not really
right.
The move. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree with her when she says be real and don't have corny lines. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really all it is. Like guys just need to be just on some just regular, cool, normal shit. Like that, people underestimate the power of just keeping shit simple and regular and easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you see a chick, hey, listen, how you doing? My name's Locario, you know, think you're really attractive. What are you up to later this week? We should get together and get a drink sometime.
Goddamn.
You know how simple that is? You know what I mean?
Simple.
It's real simple. So, but dudes is always like, oh, should I say this or should I act this way or should I do it? And I'm like, yo, you're putting too much extra shit on it. It's fine. Just let the person know, let the girl know that you're trying to do this, and then make it happen. That's it.
All right, man. Let me go and read this quick email. I've been hanging out with a woman for 3 months and finally got a date with a woman who confesses to me a lot. I don't know. I don't know what she's really into. She seldom responds to my messages. Once in a blue moon, and agrees to meet with me. She could say right to my face she wants to go out with me. I don't know what he's saying right here, but he says anyway. Let me get to the fucking thing. He wants to know again. She's sending mixed signals to him. Okay, he wants to know how do I know if she likes me? I'm confused. Because she gets in touch with me for just when she wants things and not, you know, when she wants to go driving or go somewhere, pick something up, but she never like shows me any kind of affection. So he wants to know how do I know if she likes me like I like her?
She likes you as a friend. She's using you. You understand? She got you in the friend zone. She's calling you up when she wants shit. And that's really what your situation is. You understand? And so, look, guys, look. You can't, and this is the problem. You start how you finish. So he's in a situation where he's already had himself be that friendly type of guy who's gonna wait on her and do what she wants, and that's that. So now he's saying, how do I get her to like me for what I like her for? Like I want to get with her. A lot of times it's too late. You understand what I'm saying? It's too late. You see what I mean? It's like this. If you're at school and a bully punks you out and he keeps punking you out every week and stealing your lunch money, that's like you asking me, how can I get this bully to be scared of me now? How can I get this bully to now back off of me because he's scared I'm gonna fuck him up? Like it's too late. You already showed you're a punk. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So the same thing happens with this. You showed her that you're the type of guy who can, you know what I'm saying, who's like this. Now, again, with the whole bully analogy, what you could do is you could fight back. You could show him you ain't a punk no more, or that you ain't scared of him and whoop his ass. And then maybe he'll think about you differently. So the same thing happened with this girl is that you would have to switch it up and then maybe she'll see you in a different light. But right now, she sees you as that punk that's getting bullied, and she's just taking advantage. But Steve, what's your thoughts on that?
Carl, that's 3 months. That's over 90 moons. And you want to sit here and this is your problem. And again, and we like a broken record here. You motherfuckers will do anything you can to just get a sniff of pussy. Anything. Dude, I'm not waiting 3 months. I'm not waiting 3 weeks. Damn near, I'm not even waiting 3 days. more or less, I'm not even waiting 3 minutes. If I realize I'm wasting my time, I'm throwing that bitch back in the motherfucking water. I don't care, man. Why would you sit around for 3 months? 3 months just to finally get a date with a motherfucking woman that's sucking and fucking other guys and using you for a shoulder, a ride, and a dinner? Man, this is why you motherfuckers lose, man. Y'all have got to stop making this shit about these goddamn women. As long as you're doing that, she can sit on that pussy for as long as she wants and give you pubic crumbs of whiffs of that pussy by what? Touching your back, touching your leg, give you a little extra hug with a little behind it. And y'all motherfuckers are satisfied with that shit. Y'all think y'all doing something. Man, let me tell you something. If she ain't riding with me, Lucario, I'm gone. I don't have time to impress nobody because you know what? When you meet Steve the motherfucking Dean Williams, you're going to be impressed anyway because I know how to talk that. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. But if you don't feel that way about yourself, this is why they make you wait. This is why they make you go on like, what, 5 dates to get a hug? You got to buy 3 drinks to be able to talk to her. You got to pander because there's nothing special about the majority of you guys out there that choose not to grow. It's amazing how you motherfuckers, real quick before you wrap up, Lucario, it's amazing how motherfuckers, Lucario, will go to school to high school. Some will even go to college to get their education for their jobs. And yet they stop working on themselves and stop investing in themselves to be great. You can't do this on your own, guys. And this shows in these emails. It shows in y'all's messages. You can't do it by yourself. And if you go around trying to cheat the game, getting little pieces and scraps here and there, instead of really working hard, this shit, you're going to be just like this sap sucker right here, Lucario. 3 months, 90 months, man.
Nah, real talk, man. So, yeah. So, guys, you got to get it together, man. You got to get it together on that stuff, man. Are we? Is the time up? What time?
Yeah. We it's 11:02. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, listen, guys. Remember to join the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership, where you get 45 to 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Also, make sure you guys get the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get the ebook, hard copy, or audio book. Go to MrLucario.com to get your copy. And also make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Real Mr. Lucario. I'm going to put that in the chat room, at Real Mr. Lucario. So you guys can, follow me on Instagram and make it happen. All right.